welcome to another episode of On the Spot Painting. Started this drawing, this painting, and I did a video. Fortunately, it was kind of had some issues with the camera and a little too wobbly in the fact of the way I did this. So hopefully this one will be a little better. I apologize for starting it ahead of time, but anyway, I drew out the colors, the paint and everything. So I went kind of going with a blue, and you want to make sure you have the highlights that you want to have. So okay, so I'm going to try this again. I apologize for starting ahead, a little bit more ahead, but again, I didn't really do too much. Leaving a little bit of white, adding the blue, the colors. So we're going to begin again. Thank you for joining me, and I also want to say hello to all the new subscribers that people have joined, and just hopefully we'll learn together. And this is something I haven't, kind of like when they watch my on-the-spot videos, I haven't done something like this on the spot where I've done drawings and paintings, robots before. So sorry for all the noise here. Just trying to gather my paints there. Okay. I typically work dry in my painting of this, and you may wonder, why do I choose to draw robots and stuff? I don't know. It's like some people ask me why you choose to do bears. I have some bear pictures, and I don't know. I mean, the bears came about probably several years back when I was at an art fair, little location, and I wasn't really getting any sales exactly, and so I thought I'd make these little bookmarks, and with bears, and kind of, because it just seemed to fit perfectly. And then I just thought of something kind of general and neutral, and something that everybody knows, from their past, bears, teddy bears, things you might have had in your, and these are not exactly like, were not teddy bears. They were just, bears that I could theme to different settings. So it was kind of my idea. And the robots kind of came about because I was a teenager. I was drawing some robots, and I did this one painting. I never got it finished, or not really a painting, a drawing. And when I started this Age of Robotica, I just thought, wow, this is I can continue what you do. And I painted for fun, honestly, when I was younger, and I still do now. Honestly, I may have mentioned it in my other. So again, I apologize for being shaky. I'm trying to figure out what way I can make this not so. I tend to kind of move my hands quite a bit in when I'm doing the paintings, so I'm gonna learn to be a little less less doing that, so the camera doesn't have to shake so much. Again, I'm trying to work on getting a tripod, and this is kind of connected. What setup I have now is it's still a part of, whatever the table moves, the camera unfortunately will move. So so I have to learn how to just kind of be a little more gentle, I guess, and how I'm approaching with the paint, or not so much beyond the paper itself, but So just to show you what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to form the robot. I'm not, again, the sketching didn't take very long. It was very easy to do sketching for me. Probably because I've done this for so many, these robots for several years now, so it's sort of like it's, so, I guess I love the idea of forming it, making it look like metal, like almost like it's sculpture, I guess you would say. I'm trying to, if I can make it look 3D or give that sense of depth, you know. You know, I'm kind of having several colors go into it, and like I said before, if you ask me what colors they are, I really don't. I honestly, I might buy the tubes of paint. I might be able to tell you, say, this is this color. By the time I mix it, with other colors, it really doesn't become that color that really originally it was. So it definitely does change. Okay, so what I wanted to do here, and I wanted it to have some form to the neck, and maybe add a shadow or something here. I'll just, without looking like the neck's kind of part of his, you know, body. You want to make that separate, kind of that form. So. And it's a neat process when you were able to take different colors, but the lights and darks complement each other. I mean, that's, see, I put the dark here, which made that pop out, the light, and it's harder to explain. It's easier to show, or to, you know, this is what I do, rather than to so again. Again, sorry to start such ahead, but because I like you guys to see the whole process of how we're done. But like I said, that video was just way too too many issues with that. I really wanted to keep it, and I was hoping actually to go live with my YouTube channel, but apparently there's I didn't realize this, certain requirements you got to have, you know, the amount, because I'm kind of fairly new to this channel, having my own channel, and you got to be having, you know, meet the criterion with the subscribers, and so. But in all due time, I think it'll come, hopefully. So hopefully this video is a little not too shaky for you. So you may hear a little timer in about 6 minutes or so, kind of letting me know that you know, because I could tend to go over, and basically I'm trying to watch it on my recording on my phone, so I don't have too many issues with that. So again, I love this whole process when it's just be, you know, this is just exciting. You know, you might see artists that when they're painting, they're excited. Why? Well, once you start doing the artwork yourself, you're going to be excited because you accomplished what you want to accomplish. You know, if you see a mountain scene, you want to do it, do it. I mean, well, if you have a picture of a mountain, or if you can go out there and paint in the mountains or whatever, that's great. But you know, or if you just have the you want to do something, do it. If you have the, you know, hopefully you can take your own pictures, or if you can use a picture that you can, you know, you want to avoid any copyright issues. If you're ever going to sell it or, you know, display it somewhere. So again, I tend to work dry. Don't work really wet. You might see a lot of artists that do work wet. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not like saying that that's wrong. I really don't have any set like, oh, you got to do it this way, you know, or you know, you're wrong. No, I don't really feel that way. I just feel like if it works for you and you're able to get what you want out of your painting and what you're accomplishing something, then I just say keep doing it. If people like it and you're happy with it, because really there's not really any wrong way how you go about doing it. You're just drawing, you're painting, because you could do something abstract where it's not even a form. I haven't really done abstract painting. May have thought about it in the past, but I just don't have that desire to do it as much. I've done cubism, sort of. We did that in one of my classes in junior high, and I liked it. And I have done some pieces, if you notice on my artwork, that have a sort of a cubism style or stained glass kind of look. And again, there's just something so relaxing about doing artwork. You could just, you know, whatever's going on in your life, you know, stresses, you might be having a hard time with something. You just come to this place where you're drawing and you're painting, and you could just be yourself. You know, you're ultimately. It's so easy to go a little too dark, and I'm trying to avoid that because it's too easy to just, you know, you don't want to. You don't want to get too dark with that, but it's almost starting to look like he's kind of camouflaged in some ways. He might be more of a marine type of a robot that, you know, hides in the ocean. Most of this part is in shadow. I think I'm always learning shadows, especially this is kind of artificial. I mean, it's not artificial. I'm creating the world. I'm creating there's nothing I'm looking at to show, oh, there's a shadow there. There isn't anything that I'm looking at. So that's, so again, I don't want to lose this little. I love that part there, and you can tend to overwork something. You got to be a little bit cautious there. You don't want to lose that piece. So you start overworking something, it'll just become blended into the painting. And what you really want to get that look, you got to be careful. You got to learn to kind of when no to say this is a time to pull off from that area, because there's easy to. Okay, that was the timer that I had on the video. So thank you for joining me on the spot. You're kind of joining me back on a continuation of another video that I did that didn't turn out as great as I wanted it to. So hopefully this one was a little better. And the moving part, you know, and also just to show you real quick, one of my pieces. This is a print that I have, and I do apologize. I have to look up what I named this one. I think it was on the beach. The robot's sitting there, kind of after, or you know, in the battlefield, and rockets are, coming out. So again, that was kind of the concept of that one, and the colors. This is actually a pretty big piece, actually. Not very big, but I mean it was bigger than this. So, and bigger than what I'm working on now. So. All right, well, thank you for joining me on the spot. I just thank you for all your new subscribers. I hope if you could tell other people you know that you enjoy those videos and you want to, just want them to say hey. And I get more encouraged by it, and you guys are watching what I'm doing. And all right, well, just thank you again, and I hope you have a good night.